grabber. The grabber lurks. Some creatures may hunt their prey, chase after them with immense speed, and with sharp claws and loud roars. The grabber, however, doesn't chase or run after its prey. It doesn't need any teeth or claws or quick speed to catch its prey. All it needs to do is watch and wait. The grabber has no home. Rather, it is everywhere all at once. It's in the dark shadows at night, in closets and under beds, behind open doors and closed doors, in the woods, cities, mountains, and in the deepest parts of the ocean. Space cannot and will not try to hold it in its grasp, for the grabber exists already. It makes space. The grabber cannot be seen. It has no form, either physical or otherwise. No one can describe what it looks like because it doesn't look like anything at all. All it is living, thinking space that can go against the solid nature of reality. The grabber watches all of us, silently staring as we go on our business. It doesn't need eyes in order to see because our movement ripples through it. It can feel us existing. The grabber has been here for a very, very long time. Life has been created and destroyed billions of times in the grabber's youth. It isn't even fully grown yet, but it's getting there. You see, the grabber may not have a stomach or a will to eat or to kill, but it does take people. The grabber watches and waits silently until it sees a lone prey, a single human of varying ages and sexes and races. Prey that's alone is preferred, and it's easier to get prey when no one can see it happen. The grabber waits a long time until it strikes and pulls itself around the prey, trapping the prey inside it like a hand holding a living ant. And then the grabber does what it is named for. It grabs the prey and pulls it into the dead space. Dead space is where the prey will stay until it dies, either from natural causes or from ending its own life. Some succeed, but others find their souls being forced to experience every death of their counterparts across the multiverse. They are in more heckish agony than anything a man could ever comprehend. The grabber loves to make prey disappear. In fact, the more it grabs prey, the larger and more thick it gets. It's spreading across the world as we speak. He stretched his arms. They were sitting quietly in their seats, the detention room clock ticking away, when the overhead lights died, plunging them into liquid darkness. Lucas took a deep breath and stretched his arms. Then the screams began. He heard the scream from Jenny first. High-pitched, loud, whining. Fear was in her voice. He could hear it. He licked his lips. Terrified yells came next, issued forth from both the left and right sides of him. Boys' voices. He knew whose. Eric? Carl? What the... Oh, Lord! Jenny, what? Deep growl, snarl, footsteps. Who's... Slicing. Oh, Lord! Oh, Lord! Oh, Lord! Another growl, slicing, splash. Oh, Lord! Crunch. Eric? Growl, crunch, chewing, snarl. Then silence. The lights flickered back to life. Lucas sat in his seat, not moving and not looking at the floor. He didn't look at the mangled, rippled bodies, at the crimson, at the claw prints. He yawned, stretched his arms. He didn't need to look down. Or rather, he couldn't. He was too full to move. The Shadow Brides. When the world was young, we avoided the Shadow Brides, because they were what we feared the most. the beautiful she-demons that lurked in dark caves and in treetops for mortal men to foolishly pass by. They spoke soft voices, beckoning foolish men toward their clutches by singing melodies. We were helpless against their charms, that is, until we discovered fire and learned how to use sticks and rocks carved into arrows. We no longer fear the shadow brides. Rather, we defend ourselves and our children from such inhuman beasts. We starve them. Without food, they weren't seen. They disappeared. We evolved and built civilizations and religions, and after that, we forgot about the shadow brides, as logic and reasoning took the place of blind fear. We now believe that they were simply creatures of myth. We are wrong. They aren't myths. They aren't gone either. In fact, they live to this very day. You may pass by them while driving your car down dark roads at night.